Let's practice some problems from this section of dividing monomials. Here I have 12 divided by 4, which I know is 3 over 1 when I simplify it. And here I have x to the 8th minus 3. So I end up with 3x to the 5th. Here I take my coefficients, and that's going to be 2 over 1. My m's cancel here, and I have n squared. So I simplify 2n squared. Here I have 4 over 28, which equals 1 over 7. And then I have z, 3 minus 5. So simplify. I get 1 over 7, z to the negative 2, and get rid of the negative exponent. So I have 1 over 7 z squared. Here I have my coefficients, which simplify to 1 over 3. And down in my numerator, I'll write my x to the negative 3rd. I've got x, 2 times 2 is 4, and I simplify. I have x to the 1/3, or 1/3 x negative 3 minus 4, and that's going to simplify to 1 over 3. Well, that comes out to x to the negative 7, and then that will then be 1 over, to get rid of the negative exponent, 3 to the positive 7th power. Now here I have 1 over x to the 0 plus y to the 0. We know that any number raised to the 0 power is always going to be 1. So if I convert this x to the 0 to 1, and I convert y to the 0 to 1, I get 1 over 1 plus 1, which is 2. Same with this problem. M to the 0 equals 1, and n to the 0 equals 1. Anything raised to the power 0 equals 1. So I have 8 over m to the 0, 1, plus n to the 0, which is 1. And I simplify, I get 8 over 1 plus 1, which is 2, which equals 4. Here I have 20 over 20, that simplifies to 1. And then I have a to the 5th minus 1, because a is raised to the 1st power. And then b to the 9th minus 7. So I simplify that, I get a to the 4th, b squared. And here, now this looks tricky because my exponent is a variable, but if I follow the rules of dividing powers, I know that this is s 3x right here minus this term in the this power in the denominator minus 3x minus 2. My 3x minus 3x cancels, and I get s equals minus negative 2, which is s squared. Here I have 36 a cubed b to the 5th, and then this section is all raised to the negative 1. So I can write that, a cubed b to the 5th, and put this whole term in the denominator. So 12a squared b squared. That's all raised to the positive power 1, but I don't need to put that in. Now I can simplify. 36 divided by 12 is 3 over 1. And then I have a cubed minus 2 and b to the 5th minus 2. And I simplify, I get 3a b cubed. And my last 3, anything raised to the negative 1, I just flip-flop my x and, or my numerator, my denominator. So I have y to the negative 1, z squared all over x. Now I have a negative power here, so I'm going to get rid of that, move that to the denominator, so I have z squared over yx. Here I want to distribute my powers and then see what happens. So I'm going to distribute 2 to negative 2, which would be 4. And then I have t, 3 times 2 is 6. And here I have t times negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. And then I have t, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. So let's simplify our numerator. Let's simplify our numerator first. I have 4t6 plus 2 over t to the negative 6, and that gives me 4t to the 8th over t to the negative 6. I want to get rid of this negative power, and so I just move this into the numerator, and I get 4t or actually, another way of looking at it is 8 minus negative 6, so that becomes 4t to the 14th power. Here I have 1/2 to the negative 2, that's going to be 2 over 1 to the positive 2, because I flip my numerator and denominator when I have a negative exponent. And then I have plus 1/3 to the 1/2, which means I square my numerator and denominator. I distribute the power. So I have 2 raised to the second power, which is 4, plus 1 over 9, and so that will be 4 1/9.